The coronavirus. This novel coronavirus, called the 2019 ncov, is part of a family of coronaviruses. Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome, or SARS, was also a coronavirus, which caused a global scare in 2003. But this virus is more easily transmissible than SARS and spreading way faster. There was also the Middle Ease Respiratory Syndrome, or MERS, which was also a coronavirus. The coronavirus potential pandemic scare is the biggest virus scare of the 21st century. This is a virus that started in China in a city called Wuhan, and people think it came from animals in a wet meat market. It is said that the strain is in bats, which was transferred to snakes, which was then transferred to humans. This is called a zoonotic transmission because it was transferred from animal to human through a series of genetic mutations and now is being transferred from person to person. Because it's spreading at an alarmingly fast rate, this novel virus could potentially become a global pandemic. There are two sides of this coin though. One, the internet and media has ability to report news to each and every individual at a constant rate, which can increase fear and anxiety in society. And two, the fact that communication happens so fast today can also be utilized as a tool to help contain this virus and prevent it from spreading. The reason why humans fear something like this is because it is new. It's something that we are not familiar with. Our bodies don't have the antibodies that are immune to this virus. Secondly, it is a cross-species virus crossed with bat RNA, snake RNA, and now has a potential to mutate further in humans. It's an enveloped virus which protects the virus from the environment and makes it much easier to be transmittable. It stays dormant for up to 5 days on surfaces or in saliva and can be passed through any mucous membrane. This makes it extremely dangerous and contagious. Comparing it to measles and Ebola, it's much more contagious than measles, which can last up to 2 hours in the air, but it doesn't appear to be as deadly as Ebola, which is harder to transmit. It is still important to know that the new coronavirus is still evolving and has the potential to mutate further, as it already has mutated as it goes from species to species and generation to generation of infection. By generations, I mean if a human is infected, that's the first generation. If that human infects someone else, that's the second generation, and so on. As of making this video on January 25th, 2020, there have been 41 reported deaths and roughly 1,400 known infections. There could be up to 4,000 people infected right now. We don't know that because, number one, China is covering up some of the details, and number two, symptoms haven't started in a lot of the infected people yet. The incubation period is 5 to 14 days, and tens of thousands of people have already walked through Wuhan and the airports in the past 20 days to different countries, so more and more cases will come up in the next several days to weeks. We are at phase 4 of the pandemic phases at the time of making this video, but could reach to phase 5 or 6 by the time you watch it if the virus continues to spread rapidly in other countries. It is predicted that if the virus continues to spread at this rate, 350,000 people could be infected in the next 2 weeks, if not properly contained. The virus has spread to other countries like France, Thailand, Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, Singapore, Australia, and the United States. China has already quarantined 11 cities with a total population of 46 million people combined. I would like to first say that my condolences go out to the families whose loved ones are infected. Secondly, I'm not too concerned at this point because governments are doing more than ever to try to prevent this from spreading. However, it's good to be on alert because there's no vaccine for the virus right now and no real test for the virus at this point. In 2008, Bill Gates warned that a potential virus in the coming years can cause 30 million deaths in 6 months using a simulated fictional coronavirus called CAPS. A recent simulation of the virus was done about 3 months ago, which predicted that 65 million people could die within 18 months if the virus gets out of hand. It can spread through the mouth, nose, eyes, genital region, and anus. Basically anywhere there's a mucous membrane. People are wearing full-on hazmat suits around others who are infected. This is like something out of a zombie movie. Currently in America, the risk is low, but it is a big emergency in China. And Hong Kong just declared an emergency, closing schools for the next couple of weeks. Do you guys think this could be a bioengineered virus made by humans to control the population, or do you think it happened from eating animals? Let me know in the comments below. I personally think that humans need to let go of their ego a bit and and stop thinking that they're at the top of the food chain. We shouldn't be eating things like bats, snakes, dogs, cats, or even cows, chickens, fish, or any meat. Remember mad cow disease? That came from cows. Salmonella comes from turkeys and chickens. A lot of cancer and heart disease comes from eating red meat. Our ancestors ate meat for survival, not as a luxury. They saw animals, hunting animals for survival, and basically copied them. Today we eat meat as a luxury, but it can backfire very badly, as you can see with the rapid spreading of the coronavirus. It's like the beginning of a zombie apocalypse. Cities are being quarantined, people are being quarantined, Americans, Europeans, and other people that went to Wuhan for work are stuck there now. Cities are on complete lockdown, like a biological version of martial law. They're not even allowed to leave. People are stocking up on food, grocery markets are going empty, and people are freaking out. It's crazy that all of this is happening during the Chinese Lunar New Year, which they canceled because of this huge emergency. That's like canceling Christmas, and I'm sure that would lead to a lot of extreme tension. I wonder how this is going to unfold, and I just hope it doesn't spread like wildfire leading to a pandemic. What do you guys think? Do you guys think there are chances of it being a pandemic? Comment below. If you enjoy videos about healing, nutrition, and fitness, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can be one of the first people to know about videos coming out. Okay, I'm not a doctor, but my advice to you is if the virus is spreading fast in your country, get some respirators like the N95 mask, get some eye goggles, snowboarding goggles, or swimming goggles. Start stocking up on long-lasting food in your home, and make sure you wash your hands with soap, not just with sanitizer. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, or mouth with your hands. Stay away from hospitals unless it's a life or death situation. Stay away from airports, buses, and enclosed areas. If it does become a pandemic, don't go outdoors without protection and stay away from crowded areas. Hopefully this novel virus doesn't turn into a pandemic. Don't panic. Just be prepared and protected. If you liked this video, make sure to hit the like button. Peace and love to you all.